Well, hello there. My name is Ferid and welcome to the Living in the Past. What is living in the past exactly? Well, as you can see, I pick a year from the past. Of course, this is not the future. And I do things from it. As you can see here also, I have listed albums, games, where there are no games this time actually, but they will be in the future, and films and TV shows. And I divide the year in months. So you can see January here. So 12 months tell 12 batches of stuff. And you also can see here some sort of a budget, a point system going on here. This is really there to prevent me from doing way too much stuff at once in one batch, in 1 month that is. And we can call them points or maybe even Bitcoin, why not? So the maximum is 350 Bitcoin. Each ticks don't represent any sort of real life cost. Basically, the albums take the least time and effort for me to do, and the games take the most. And so, albums cost the least, and games take the most. The most of our precious Bitcoin. So, we are not exceeding it in January, when in general not a lot of stuff comes out. Certainly not this year, for sure. And we'll do the whole list, of course, the whole month of January in the 1986. So yeah, that's pretty much the basic concept of it. I do want to keep it as basic as possible at the start. As you can see, there's really not much going on the screen. And I want to do that because I can easily build up on the basic concept. And just to get into the habit of doing it, because that's usually the hardest things when you start anything. Just get into the habit of doing it regularly. So yeah, that's how it will go. I will do month by month. I do this introduction to a month when actually in the future we might be picking something because there will be more items than I deem necessary, or maybe they're just too much. And after I do the intro, I actually go and listen to the albums, watch the films, play the games when there will be any games, and do the TV shows. There are, of course, other ways to go about this. For example, I could have listed all the albums known in existence in January 1986 and just budget away from the whole pool. But actually, that sounds like way too much effort. So I pick up things that are kind of relevant to me. They were popular at the time. In the future, I maybe like the band, so I want to experience the whole discography. For example, on this list of albums, I'm only familiar with Black Sabbath, really. I know quite a few albums reasonably well, but not this one actually, so I'm curious about how it sounds. So that's how I go about picking things. Other than that, I'm kind of familiar with the TV show Cheers here. I used to watch it in the past when it was on TV here. And much like then, I didn't start it from the first episode. I just randomly dipped in and out. So I'll be recreating that here. So we're starting from the middle of the season 4 by the looks of it. So should be fun to experience a TV show like that again after so many years. But yeah, couldn't find any too interesting games. Film is not really saying anything to me or the other albums. So let's go into this very open. And so, like I said, I'll now go on to consuming the things, and I'll return to you with another video talking about my impressions of how the things went, of course. What I have in mind for that video is to basically make a tier list and tier everything, even the different kinds of media, like TV films versus albums. I'll just rank them all together based on some kind of ranking system I'll come up with. And that really seems like a fun way to do it. I didn't do that before, so this is a new experience for me as well. Now, if you don't want to hear me yapping like this all the time, I will link a list on a separate site, rateyourmusic.com, where you can see everything in the written form instead of me talking like this over a video that's not really showing much. So whatever you prefer, it's fine if you want to experience it any other way, listening or reading. Because it's certainly not watching, there's not a whole lot going on. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you in the review segment, as we can call it, maybe. I haven't actually decided, but yeah, I'll see you then. Bye bye.